those words, Mesque un club, just a little brighter.
Well, they've been held up to a little bit of ridicule as well, let's be honest, in the manner in which Ernest Valverde was dispatched, and it wasn't a classy situation, and they proved themselves to be just like any other club in a lot of ways, in the way they handled Valverde, which was not cool.
We are underway. Two in the middle. Who does that anymore? Ball launched forward. Carlos Fernandez, the loanee from Sevilla, trying to bring it down. Swarmed under by Sergio Busquets and company. Phil Shane alongside Ray Hudson on what is an historic day. Will it be one to remember or one that will live in infamy? Barcelona welcoming Quique Setien to the sideline.
How many times do we see in any type of football where a team, up until yesterday, was sitting top of the league, having won the league 2 consecutive seasons before, fire their coach? So it is a situation that was up for certain debate for sure, but as I said,
doesn't matter, perhaps for no team, less than it matters for Barcelona.
Yeah, they're not trying to reinvent the wheel. It was again the adjustment of attitude, adjustment of focus, and a required need of a change.
Back for Sergio Roberto.
Remember when Quique Setien's Betis came into this stadium, Phil, and put on, in my opinion, again, the best performance the Barcelona team has faced in, wow, I would say 7-8 years. They were absolutely imperious, and it was a fair scoreline.
It was shooting food, slapped away, flying in comes Messi, and then Vidal, but he chips it over. The whistle had already blown.
Well, the best part of this was not at the end. It was way before that, and it was absolutely wonderful. Give, go, get, one touch, scintillating football, and again, all of them taking part in it. Arturo Vidal, brilliant. Busquets, magic. Griezmann, and then it comes to the kid. And the kid lights this one up, and nicely dealt with from the Portuguese under-21 international. Leo cannot figure it out in the end. That's a good challenge by Sanchez. But yeah, applaudable Setien-type football leading up to that. Good opportunity for Ansu.
Sails long, as you mentioned, with 3 in the back, at least when they have possession. That gives Alba the chance to push up. And with that in mind, that seems to be why Fati has gone to the right side to mirror. And that allows Messi more freedom in the middle.
One of the things that, for me, where Longley will be painted into corners in different areas, and that's where he's been a little lacking. A tremendous defender, good squad player, but I think the World Cup winner, and him at his best, is something else.
Soft feet by Messi.
Magical!
Threaded for Alba.
Brilliant!
In for Fati. Oh. And as he tries to reach out, he sends it high.
Well, kaleidoscopic football again. And Messi again. Paints a Surat dot perfectly right here into the straight. That's a wonderful first-time ball from Alba. Again, the crispness, the sharpness, and the decisive nature of their passing is being pinpoint. 10 minutes in, still nothing to show for it. And we know it's against Granada, so you can't be too carried away, but hey, Rome wasn't built in a day. It had good builders. And there's been some wonderful pattern that showed up with immediate, crisp, confident first touches.
You can see the impact of Setien already. It's two-touch football for the most part, although, Ray, they don't look 100% comfortable. Initially, I'm thinking it's almost like a second language. It's been a few years, but it's not that. It's like they've hopped on the bicycle again, and they're learning how to pedal. But this is something we did not see from Valverde, and arguably didn't even see from Luis Enrique that much. Leaning towards his right, ball in and up, and just over. So Machi's dropped to the ground in case Messi tried to sneak it under. Looking for that upper corner instead. Silva over Fulquier, won back by Vidal. Fati, who takes a beating from the French-born defender. Another free kick for Barca.
And nothing really revolutionary in the manner in which Barcelona have played so far. This will be an evolution of this team expansively and not putting too much physical. Look at this.
Chance for Fati. Silva stays back, but sliding in German Sanchez with the block.
This time, his first touch is not the best. It's a beautiful ball, of course, as we expect. He invents passing lanes, he doesn't look for them. This touch right here is just that little bit al dente and doesn't allow him the opportunity to lift his head with control of the ball. Oh, what a ball!
Messi almost pulls it out of midair.
Unlucky. Damn wind, he's saying. Again, tremendous ball. Artisan to Artisan stretches and it's a beautiful ball, of course, as we expect. He invents passing lanes, he doesn't look for them. This touch right here is just that little bit al dente and doesn't allow him the opportunity to lift his head with control of the ball. Oh, what a ball!
Messi almost pulls it out of midair.
Unlucky. Damn wind, he's saying. Again, tremendous ball. Artisan to Artisan stretches and just gets away from him. Beautiful ball.
We've pointed out, talk about snow, talk about rain. It's wind that can change a game more than anything.
It's the most difficult part of Mother Nature's influence on a game for players to take into account, and it's so unpredictable. I always used to hate playing in any wind. The rain was no problem, but wind takes all sorts of...
E5, he slips as he shoots, and that might have been just enough to throw the shot off.
And quickness of play, get it out to Fati, better decision to pull it back. I thought Leo was going to be able to slot through Griezmann there with one of his typically ingenious passes, but he goes for a goal and then says his apologies to Antoine.
When you look at the bench, Ray, and there's really only Carlos Perez and Ricky Puig. So not as though there's immense firepower. They do have Archer, who's just coming back from injury, and that's what I was trying to figure out. Archer comes back.
And magic from Busquets.
Messi looking through. The flag stays down for now, but Fati can't bring it down. Deflected, and now the flag will come up on that initial pass.
And another sequence that just shows Busquets at his absolute brilliant best. We won't see it here, and it's a great attempt. He's just a half a step offside. Cannot rein it in, but Busquets being another.
It's a bit messy. Still doing well to shield. There's Roberto. With Granada so conservative. Shot from Rakitic, whistles wide. Almost caught him by surprise.
Again, it seems that they're not forcing the issue either. They're not trying to be overly committed in rushing for this goal.
It's look good at times with this Granada squad. That again, anytime Manchester City takes an interest, you have to have talent.
And wonderful play from the long man. Beautiful hold and hesitation until Luna comes in and clips.
Diaz with his off foot launching it long. Hernandez on an island in the middle of nowhere in that Granada attack today. Rakitic off target. Herrera's first touch, and his second is hitting the ground.
again, just another quick example there. Rakitic not quite accurate enough with his final ball, but immediately when the target wasn't found, the instant reaction from Rakitic and Vidal and Griezmann was to get it back. Seems to be an appetite that way. It's being introduced and brought together again.
Up. Wide for Alba, back for Umtiti. Gets to Messi, who dropped alongside. Off for Vidal, but a little off target. Herman Sanchez commits the foul in the process, though, and he will go in the book. Yellow card against the veteran defender. This will be a good look from behind. And he got there. Sergio Roberto there to gobble it up.
Big block, playing very, very deep. Bad giveaway there from Roberto.
Or in the middle. Shot from distance. Low, and it hits the post, almost snatching the 3 points on the turnover.
What a strike. Beautifully.
Machi's coming close.
And there's the wonder and the capriciousness of football. The absolutely unknown jumps out of the closet, and it is nearly takes the shape of a werewolf and bites the head off Barcelona. Ter Stegen can only watch this wonderful strike from him. And Ateke comes up and pops this one with great placement, and it kisses the inside of the post. He's very unlucky here. Not closed down for the first time, and man, Barcelona are lucky.
Ter Stegen, fortunate that didn't come back off of him.
Yep.
Rakitic can't quite reach it, and all of a sudden Barca seems to be rattled a touch. Midway through the second half. Busquets.
Good attempt from Vidal there. Arrowing that pass. Had to pop it.
Messi. Busquets. Ateki doing what he normally does, harassing in the midfield. Rakitic in. Griezmann. Bobbled on the doorstep, but cleared away. Going along. Also in position. Messi kissing it in for Rakitic. Duarte again. Huertas trying to clear. Now we'll get a chance to start a break. Huertas.
Well played.
Griezmann again defensively. Draws a round of applause. Vidal for Fati. It's gone a bit cold in the second half. Is gone, and Granada's job just got a lot more difficult.
I thought in lifetime it was a bit of a nasty attempt here on Messi. Right here, it's nothing too bad. It's a foul for sure. A yellow card though, Phil, I think that might be a little bit harsh.
VAR can only step in cases of missed identity. The referee has said that was worthy of a yellow, and that's where it will stand.
I disagree there. I think Granada's had a man sent off for the second yellow for sure. Here's another wonderful look at this cracking placement of his shot. Nothing that Ter Stegen can do to get there. Wonderful attempt, and you cannot put it down to anything other than real good luck there for Barcelona. The shape of the goalpost basically saving them. And sad exclusion for me. I like to see this, and it's a yellow card, and it's a reckless tackle, or it's cynical on whoever, especially Messi, but not in that situation, as even Rakitic is about to come off for Ricky.
It's the cross in, but no one home. Ricky Poach with some defense.
Oh, opens, and who else? But the magic man, the medicine man, Leo, the thunder at the end of a lightning attack again. as always, trying to stop him and is trying to nail Jello to the ceiling. But this is again the quality football. Messi starts it. It's a lovely triggered in ball into Antoine Griezmann. Now watch Griezmann here. Decision to make. He does it immaculately. He does it razor sharp. A bit of Ibracadabra comes out of the Mohawk man. A wonderful setup from Arturo Vidal. And he ain't ever going to miss this one. The right foot comes out and pushes it past the helpless Rui Silva. But of titles was sitting at top of the division when the manager was released, just states that this has been better tonight.
Unquestioned, doesn't miss by much.
No, he misses either way, and he's got Carles Perez running square to him. Ricky starts his, like he usually does, over the top of Rui Silva. He goes for the catapult, but again, wonderful play from Ricky. Don't lose that number. Our passing football has been good defensively for me. They've done very well containing the few threats, but there's better cohesion around this side now. It's seemingly that the early signs against the, got to say, a modest Granada side, but again, the attitude seems to have shifted a little bit.
Which sees his pass denied and the shot from distance by Machis, but Ter Stegen right in the way. Ronaldo with the touch, Griezmann. Far side, Messi lurking if they can find him the final minute. Push, spots Messi, finds Messi. A little soft, and that allows Martinez